Now let's do the YouTube script. Yo, it's your boy. No, okay, we ain't doing that. That was kind of cringe. I don't know what I was doing. Probably gonna do a little bit of a tattoo tour. So if you're watching from YouTube, come to Twitch, man. I do have some tattoos on my legs that I can't show on stream. And this is also not that type of stream. I love all of my tattoos. There is one that I wish could go, but we'll get to it. I've got a few on my arm. Probably gonna take this hoodie off for the whole thing because it's just gonna make the entire process easier. We'll start with the obvious tattoo, of course. The one that everyone asks about. It's probably the one in the neck. Can you guys see? Is there dye on my tattoo? Oh God. Sorry, I dyed my hair black yesterday. There's still some dye on my tattoo. But this is basically a skull, as you can see. I hope you guys can see. Okay, this is not intended. This is not intended. Streamer, you need lighting. Okay, let me fix the light. The lighting should be better, right? Spin for us. Like... Let me take this off. Okay, forget about the hair dye. I dyed my hair on stream yesterday. So it's the skull and it wraps around with some wings up until like here, behind my ear. Other side's exactly the same. The story behind the neck tattoo, to be honest, my favorite band is Bring Me the Horizon. As you will soon realize, as I start going through my tattoos, you will know that I'm kind of a fanboy. Oliver Sykes has this rose in his throat. My first idea of getting a neck tattoo was I wanted that rose thing. But then after thinking about it like a bit, I was like, no, I don't want to copy anyone else. I don't want to look exactly like Oliver Sykes because he is a big inspiration for the way that I dress, the way that I am, the fact that I have tattoos. So I literally sat and I drew this thing on my tablet. I took it to the guy. He did the neck tattoo. And to be honest, I do not know. I don't understand till this day how I lived for so many years without a neck tattoo. If I see pictures of myself now without a neck tattoo, I'm like, yo, that's cringe, you know? That's kind of weird. So the neck tattoo doesn't have a particular story to it. It's literally just I wanted it. It looked cool. I thought it was the next thing I could do to elevate my look a bit. I've always wanted a neck tattoo. I think I held out on it a bit because people always say, oh, it's so sore. One of the easiest tattoos I've done. It took about 19 hours. I sat for 2 sessions, 10 hours. 2 weeks later, I sat for another 9 hours. The only part that was like really like maybe a bit sore is here by the collarbone because there's a lot of shading involved. It took a fucking long time. Secondly, I mean, I did this one myself literally yesterday when I was dyeing my hair. It's just like a straight face. Quick and easy. I did it to look stupid on camera. That's it. Other than the neck tattoo, the tattoo I like... Second tattoo that I like the most. Bring Me the Horizon fanboy. What can I say? What can I say? Let's do this. You guys can see this. That's the whole tattoo. It's literally an outline of Oliver Sykes with his arms wearing a tank top. He's got some tattoos and the tattoo literally just cuts off there. In the face, if you can see, it says, "Can you feel my heart?" Because that's my favorite song from Bring Me the Horizon. I'm like obsessed with Bring Me the Horizon. I wanted him on my chest. I'm still like planning on what to do around it. I don't want this. I don't want this open space. I don't want it. And I'll probably stream it when I get new tattoos. Next tattoo is 2 tattoos in one and they carry each other. They carry the meaning over the 2 tattoos. It is the hand tattoo. The hand tattoos I can probably show, but it's the Bring Me the Horizon album logo. The other one the same. Sempiternal, if I'm not mistaken. Sempiternal, it's like a coffin. The coffin has like some flowers on the side, if you can see. It's got like some flowers on the side. It's got like a lacquer pattern. And it literally says, when you die, the only kingdom you'll see, ... And then it continues on this one. God, I'm gonna break my arm. I'm trying to see what you guys see. ... And then it says, is 2 foot wide and 6 foot deep. You know, that also like cuts into the more religion-based part of me, I guess. Because I do believe that when we die, we gone. You know, there's nothing left. Nothing happened. We just gone. So the hand tattoos kind of sort of say that. And they symbolize what goes on in my head and what I think when it comes to those sorts of things. What's next? What's next though? Where do we go from here? Let's do this one. But let me stand up. So you guys will see it's a margin boo. Well, it's Kid Boo. This was literally a free tattoo. Now, I would have never gone to the tattoo artist and actually asked, you know, give me a Dragon Ball Z tattoo. I love a Dragon Ball Z tattoo. I'm not that into Dragon Ball Z. I did grow up watching Dragon Ball Z, of course, like everyone else did. I was sitting at home the one day. The tattoo artist was like, yo, I got this idea. Can I send it to you? And I was like, yo, whatever, do it. He sent me the idea. And I was like, yo, that looks insane. Then he was like, no, I mean for free. Do you have time? And then I literally literally took off of work instantly. I went the next morning. I sat there for 9 hours. It still looks really good, even though it is an older tattoo. I've had it for quite some time. I'm very happy with it. And like I said the other day as well, when it comes to tattoos, I don't really mind what I get. Anything that looks cool, that can fit the vibe, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. I want it. Okay, after that, we can probably just finish this arm off. You guys can see. If anyone's ever watched One Piece, you should know what this is. So this is just like in One Piece, there's a bunch of pirates, and there's one pirate group called the Happy Pirate, and this is literally their ship logo. Well, this is more of a melted version. I don't know. I told the tattoo artist, you know, you do your thing. I love One Piece. One Piece is one of the only animes ever that literally makes me cry. Other than that, we then have, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a very light tattoo. It's lighter than the rest. It's a flower of life. So same tattoo artist, same story as if with this one. That same tattoo artist also messaged me another time because he said he's getting into all sorts of styles, right? And he wants to try new things. He just needed a canvas. I was the canvas. And what he wanted to try with the whole thing is, you know, when you tattoo, you can do that dot work. So this tattoo is literally just him going dot, 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 dot for like 8.5 hours. Free tattoo. I think it's cool. It probably has a really good meaning. I hope so. I don't know what the flower of life means. I don't know. How do I show this? I think this is better. So it's a cat. I really like drawing. It's more of a sketch cat. The tattoo is meant to look a little bit incomplete. This one I actually paid for because of my love of drawing, because of my love of painting. I saw this sketch of the cat and I was like, do you know what? I want this. I did it at the same studio, just a different artist. He was still new. He was still learning. He gave me a super insane price. I think it cost me like 300 Rand. It took him like 2 or 3 hours to do it. And I think it's kind of cool. I love cats. I love drawing. It just all fits together. Other than that, that's basically this entire arm. That's all we have on this arm. Now on this arm, we have a few. Let's start like this. So this tattoo was a last minute decision. It's like a skull that's like sort of melting. I don't know if you guys can see properly. Because when I paid for the neck tattoo, I paid for a certain amount of hours and there was like an hour and a half left after the neck tattoo. The tattoo artist was like, we have an hour and a half left. You already paid for it. I feel bad for sending you home even though you are happy with your neck tattoo. Let's put something on you. He drew some random thing up that he found somewhere. He said, what about this? And I was like, that's sick. Let's do it. That's the story of that tattoo. Quick and easy. Second to that, we have for my birthday, 1 year at work, my supervisor, which was a really cool dude, you know. He knew how much I love tattoos. He was like the perfect thing for them to get for me. They're just gonna give me a 600 Rand tattoo voucher. Now this was a different artist as well. I just chose, I think it was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 small tattoos. And I was like, I want this one, just put them somewhere on my arm. He gave me a little Grim Reaper, which is a very simple tattoo. The tattoos are way darker than this. It's just the lighting is kind of insane. Then there's a little ghost that's holding a rose. It's kind of cute. There's a little mushroom with a knife because, I don't know, he's angry. Then there's a little paper bag. Also apparently has a knife. And then a spider. Other than that, okay, now we have 3 more tattoos on this arm. And I got like a few on my legs, but like I said, I probably won't be showing the leg ones now. This one I'm probably gonna have to stand up for. I don't know if you guys can see. So it's basically an anarchy sign that looks like it's kind of painted on. It's also got like a skull with a mohawk. It says punk rock forever. I guess you can take a guess. I do love punk rock. I've always wanted an anarchy sign. It symbolizes the music that I love. Punk rock is one of my favorite music genres, if I'm saying that word correctly. Sorry, I am Afrikaans. I am from South Africa. Moving on. How many do we have left? So there's 2 tattoos here, right? There's that one and then there's this one. The second one is the one I don't really like. The first one is basically just this, as you guys saw. The first idea for this, I like what it stands for, but the writing on the tattoo, it was done in very fine red, so you can barely read it now. It says too weird to live, too rare to die. The 2 is like kind of faded. My general idea going into this tattoo was that I was gonna get it like here. I wanted it here on my ribs, like here, and then it was gonna be like Batman and Joker theme. It would be bats flying, and then there would be like a roof, and then in that Joker text. But then my tattoo artist was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. It's not gonna look good. And I did trust my tattoo artist at that point, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's make it a small tattoo, and let me rather keep the money for the bigger tattoo for something else later. I think I did my hand tattoos then afterwards with the rest of the money, because then it just turned out to this. I still like the message, you know, too weird to live, too rare to die. It's still a cool message. I think it fits very well with me. And then we get to this tattoo right here. right? This tattoo, the meaning is it says forever. If you guys get where I'm going, there's 2 of them. The other one's not on my body, but it turns out it turns out it wasn't forever, whatever. It's better. It's better that way, believe me. It is better that way. But it is a matching tattoo. It's not a bad tattoo. I still think it's cool. I just look at it in a very different way now that I used to look at it. And believe me, it's completely and utterly for the better. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But that, you know, that shit's out of my life now. I'm better off without it. That's why I'm not even talking about it. But that's basically the tattoos I can show. Tat cover up stream incoming. Yes, I want to. I actually want to cover both of these. This one, I love it, but it didn't hold. I have a Deadpool photorealistic on my right thigh, on the outside of my leg, that does the you know, that Deadpool thing that he does. That was the most fucking painful tattoo I ever went through. But do you know what? We took the pain because it was yet another free tattoo. It took like 16 hours to do. I think it was like 11 hours, and then I went back for another 4 or 5 hours. And then also the Batman that I have, also a free tattoo. And I don't know, I might be missing something somewhere. This is the newest addition to the tattoos though. I literally did it yesterday with hair dye. I don't plan on ever washing my arm ever again. To be honest, I need a lot more. I need a lot more. And we probably will be going for tattoos in the future. I'll probably stream it all. Well, I'm gonna try to stream it all. I'm still an empty canvas, just as the tattoo artist called me back then. I have no tattoos on my back. I still want to finish the back of my neck tattoo because I want to fill that space in. There must be no open flesh. And then maybe we'll get like a face tat, you know? Just like some black coming up here, some spikes or something. That's probably the last thing I will do in my life on my tattoo journey. Yeah, that's basically my tattoo. I hope you enjoyed looking at them. And if you're on YouTube, you have to like and subscribe. I guess that's what everyone on YouTube says, so I probably also have to start saying it now. Only if you enjoy though. Don't like shit you don't actually like.